Hello, my name is Heather. I am a self-learning artist in the United States. Today I'm going to be using my grandfather's soft pastels. They are a set of 24 Grumbacher soft pastels. My cousin sent me these because she had seen my regret post about the set I had received after he died when I was 9, that I had played with them and gotten in trouble because I had rubbed them into the carpet in my bedroom, and that they eventually got tossed away. And now that I have been trying to do a lot more art, I was really sad that I had lost those because I couldn't use them anymore. And so she sent me hers. And today I'm just going to do a simple little floral piece with them just to see how they work. They probably haven't been used in around 30 years or more. So let's get started. All right, so I have taped a piece of Muñoz pastel paper to my drawing board using my Paul Rubens artist tape, which I really love because it comes off easily. I haven't had it pull off most papers, at least. I can't say that I remember if it's pulled off left any residue or pulled off any paper, but I've loved it so far. I had lost this roll and I found it the other day and was so excited. So what I'm going to do is draw some simple flowers. This is not going to be realistic. It's more just to test out these colors. So I found a picture of some flowers on unsplash.com that I'm going to use, and they are in a little vase. So I'm going to start by marking out the vase here. My grandfather was very good at drawing horses, I remember. One of my aunts still has a picture of his in his house, but I haven't seen it in a long time, and I'd love to see it again. He must be where I got my love for art. Sorry if you can hear our air conditioner. I can't really live without it when I'm out here in the sunroom. Now that we have this base layer, I'm going to go ahead and use my little desk vacuum and vacuum it up. All right. Let's see, next I will use one of the greens to start with some of the leaves that are sticking out of the vase. I have Permanent Green Light, Viridian, Permanent Green Deep, and Permanent Green Light Grade 2. So I think I will just use the Permanent Green Light and start here. These aren't exactly like the ones in the picture, just like the vase aren't exactly like the ones in the picture. I'm just kind of going off of it for basic composition and form of the flowers and leaves. definitely aren't as smooth as my Munyo pastels. They're not bad. I love knowing that I'm touching something my grandfather touched so long ago. I might come in with my Munyos and do some stuff too if I don't have the right colors or if I need some more greens or something. Okay. There's a light ochre I'm going to use for some of the stem here. Oh, this one's a little bit creamier. And I'll kind of mix these in here to show a little bit of veining. It's not just that plain green color. Opposite here with the stem. And I'm going to use the vacuum again. I got that desk vacuum on Temu for like $2.98 and it's been great. First time my husband saw it, he thought it was humorous. Alright, next I'm going to go in with some lighter pink to start with one of the flowers here. And it's kind of it's repeating star-shaped patterns for this flower. This one's facing right toward us. The others are not. So I might have a little bit of a harder time with those. Hopefully that wasn't too annoying. I didn't feel like turning off the camera at that moment. Okay, and here this one is on its side. Okay, and this one is kind of a bud. It's kind of falling apart here. And there is a rose in the middle, but I kind of didn't space these out quite right, so I think I might make these flowers turn into one flower. That might be easiest. Because, you know, that is my artistic expression showing here. It's nothing to do with mistakes. There's one here in the back that's facing upward. And there's a white one on the top, but I think I'm going to skip that one because I ran out of space because I made it a little bit too big. All right, and then what I'm going to do use some of a darker color. Bit of definition to these flowers. And I'll fill it in with the lighter color. Some of the lighter highlights after this. There isn't another stem for this one, but since I made it so far away from the others, I'll add a stem that goes down to the base. Have this light ochre I'll put in. To use the vacuum and then color in the background, and I'll be back. Okay, since these aren't soaking into the paper as well as I'd like, I'm going to see how some linseed oil does here on some of these edges. I'm gonna say this is probably a no, not a good idea. Yeah, because it's making everything else around it darker. But it is taking away the white of the paper. So maybe I'll just use the cotton, well, let's see. Better cover that up before it becomes obvious. Well, it's obvious. Okay, that didn't work. You live and learn. Okay. Guess I'm just going to have to be okay with some of the white showing through. This is one reason why I like to use colored paper when I do oil pastel paintings, and I tend to, oil pastels or soft pastels, I tend to choose a color that is going to be within the painting a lot. So if I'm doing a seascape, I tend to use blue paper because of the sky and the water will have blue tints to it, and then that way if the paper shows through a little bit in places, it's not as obvious. Okay. See if you can see this pastel. It's really broken. It's not focusing very well, but it's really broken, and they're kind of drier than I'm used to. So if I were doing a review, I would probably, in the 1990s or whenever he bought these, I would probably say, go with another brand. But I'm pretty sure it's just because they're just dry because they've been around for so long. But I guess maybe this kind of soft pastel is supposed to be a little bit more chalky than creamy. Maybe? I don't know. Just trying to cover up some of this white spot from the paper. And I'll go in and add some more detail. The cover does say uniform, velvety, smooth texture, so I'm thinking these are just old. Trying not to breathe it in too much, but it's kind of hard not to. There, my little mix up isn't too obvious. Gotta experiment sometimes and just see what works and what doesn't. Seeing as how this wasn't supposed to be gallery ready painting or anything, I am okay with that. Right. Mixing in some black to add a little bit of a shadow here on the base. And a little bit of a shadow here. On the desk from the flowers. I feel like I'm definitely not doing something right here. Sorry for the scraping noises. I'm sure that's annoying. These are very chalky. Add some of these veins back in after I kind of smudge this around a bit. Whoops, I totally had a different color on my hand. Now I need to add a little bit more of that definition back into the flowers that I missed. This one's not bad. Let's see how this looks if we add a little bit of the darker green in to the shadow side. Some of these leaves. This dark green is almost unusable, it seems. It's very, very hard. Now to add some of that veining back. A little bit of gold on the side here. All right, I'm going to work on a little bit more of this detail and I'll come back. All right, I'm back. I think I just have a few more finishing touches to do. And then I'm going to call it good. Not perfect, but good. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe try out some vintage art supplies sometime, maybe from eBay or an estate sale. I did get some Winsor & Newton watercolors from an estate sale not too long ago that I have not tried out yet. I did put them in pans, but I haven't tried them out yet. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please consider liking and commenting and subscribing, because that would help me grow my channel. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.